Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is my Christmas glue book. Today I worked on the first page, which is really an old card. But apparently I lost the first part of the video. So I'm going to show you how I made this. Bit of gluing and a bit of collaging, and lots of purple glitter. And the video is going to start right after I put some gesso on this card. I just put some white gesso to cover up the words that were on the card, but I left these really pretty red poinsettia flowers. So let's get started. As I was putting the gesso on here, I was reading what this card was, and this card was the very first card that I sent to Mr. Possum before we even got married. And it was exactly 1 year and 5 days after I gave him this card, we got married. So I think on this page, I'm going to put a picture of us from 23 years ago. And today is the winter solstice. And so I wanted to put on something that reminded me of the winter solstice. And this was a poem that a friend had sent to me. So I might put that on there. And today I was also blessed to get my Christmas present. And what I got was a Yamaha Clavinova CVP 709. This is a digital keyboard, digital piano. And I've been taking keyboard lessons, and I had an old Lowry organ, which was over 20 years old. And we traded it in, and I got a new Yamaha. So I have 3 things that I'm going to try and fit on this page for today's glue book. So I'm going to rip them up and try to arrange them, and then I'll be right back. Okay, this is what I'm going to start with. I ripped up a piece of light purple mulberry paper, and this was just some scrap paper I had. It's almost like a handmade kind of purple paper. And then I'm going to put the photo of us on there. But I think I'm going to use some matte medium to glue the paper down, and then I'll put the photo on top when that dries. So this is just matte medium, which is like a glue. Put this down. I wore a purple velvet dress and a big purple hat. So I'm going to put purple in my glue book. And how did I have this? Kind of like that, I think. Okay, gotta let that dry. And then when that's dry, I'll put the photo down on top of it. And I'll write something around the edge. And I want to do a winter solstice and a music. Alright, so here's an old music page. And I'm going to rip this up. And I printed out a picture of my keyboard. I'll use a matte medium to put the music down too. I added a little bit of this purple mulberry paper that was left over from this side, and I ripped out the picture of the keyboard and I distressed it with this Dusty Concord purple. And now I'm going to come up with something to glue here for the Winter Solstice, and I think I'll rip this out. Maybe add a little purple to this too. Okay, I finished my little gluing collage project for today. As I was putting the gesso on the card, I realized that this was the first Christmas card that I gave to my husband. And so I wrote that down here, and exactly 1 year and 5 days later, after I gave him this card, we were married, and this was back in 1997. On the second section, I put a picture of my Christmas gift because it arrived today, and I've been very good this year. I got a Yamaha Clavinova CVP 709. I'm learning to play the keyboard at a place called Keys to Fun. It's a special system, especially for seniors and who have never played music before. The notes are very large, and it's pretty easy to do if you don't know how to read music or have any experience with music. And today is December 21st, 2020, and it is the Winter Solstice. So I put in this little solstice picture on the last part. So thanks for coming along today, and happy Winter Solstice. Bye-bye now.